Meanwhile, Russian Wagner Chief Yevgeny Prigozhin has been laid to rest in a cemetery in St. Petersburg, Russia. And now that he's gone, who will lead the paramilitary group Wagner? Vergil Parba has the details.
Wagner Chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, known for his loud, brash and posh action, had a somber funeral ceremony held behind closed doors, with only close relatives and friends in attendance. The Kremlin earlier said that Russian President Vladimir Putin is not supposed to attend regardless of what arrangements were made. Prigozhin has been laid to rest at the Petersburg cemetery in St. Petersburg. Images circulating on social media suggest that Prigozhin has been buried alongside his father, and flags of Wagner and the Russian Federation were flown at his tomb. Prigozhin was killed alongside of some of his elite officials after his private jet crashed in Russia's Tver region last Wednesday. Prigozhin died along with his close associates, including Dmitry Utkin, who was believed to be the co-founder of Wagner, and Valery Shekalov, the non-military logistics chief of Wagner. The Russian Investigative Committee is currently investigating the cause of the plane crash. Aside from being a mercenary boss, Prigozhin is known to be a restaurateur and caterer who led state contracts in the early 2000s, and his companies eventually became suppliers to the military and the education sectors of Russia. Recent speculations emerged on what will become of the Wagner paramilitary group now that Prigozhin and his close associates are gone. Last week, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said Wagner forces currently in his country would continue to operate. A Wall Street Journal report said that Russian intelligence chief Andrei Averyanov is expected to take over Wagner's operation in Africa, as reported by Wall Street Journal. Averyanov apparently has a media reputation for allegedly eliminating the dissidents of Putin. He is the head of the covert operations unit in Russia's military intelligence service and has met several African leaders during the Russia-African summit. This event also marked Prigozhin's first public appearance after leading a short-lived mutiny against the top military brass of Russia. Reporting this has been Vergil Parba, SMNI News.
Pastor Apollos Yevgeny of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ gave his reaction regarding Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's statement that his country could hold elections if the West provides them millions of dollars. Hannah Jane Sancho reports.
Praise the Father.
May God bless Ukraine.
Praise the Father.
May God have mercy on Ukraine.
This is what Pastor Apollos Yevgeny of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ said when asked about his reaction to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's condition that his country could hold elections if the United States and European Union provided his country with money. Ukraine has been under martial law since February 24, 2022, the same day that Russia launched its so-called special military operation. The said martial law is extended every 90 days, and the Ukrainian constitution prohibits any elections during martial law. To recall, Zelensky initially asked to extend martial law until November 15, drawing criticism from politicians from allied countries for not holding elections during wartime. But in a recent interview released by the Ukrainian Presidential Office, Zelensky said that there could be elections in Ukraine. However, his government will need 5 billion hryvnia, or $135 million for it.
І я її лінці сформулював дуже швидко, і він був дуже задоволений. Якщо наші парламентарі готові, чому? Тому що нам потрібні тоді зміни до законодавства у Виборчий кодекс. Якщо я сказав йому, ви готові мені дати 5 мільярдів, тому що я не людина, яка займається бруківкою, і не зможу просто забрати з бюджету 5 мільярдів, мені здається, саме така сума потрібна на проведення виборів в звичайний час, а у військовий я не знаю, що це за сума, тому я йому сказав, якщо Сполучені Штати Америки разом з Європою дадуть нам фінансову підтримку, вибачте, я нічого не прошу, проводити вибори в кредит я не буду, забрати гроші від...
Zelensky reasoned that Ukraine lacks the ability to hold elections as they lack the infrastructure and other necessities to hold one. To this, Pastor Apollos Yevgeny said,
That's what I've been thinking all along. You know, there are so many dead Ukrainians right now because of this. And it's very disheartening that this is happening. Look at this guy whom everybody looks like a pope, and every leader of the EU countries goes to Ukraine to magnify him. But look, you know, There will be no election in the country unless the U.S. gives him $5 billion. There's countless dead. I think 350,000 more able soldiers that are in the ground right now, dead. So I just keep the comment to myself now. But, you know, the way that this is happening is all about money. It's all about money. On both sides.
Praise the Father.
May God bless Ukraine.
Praise the Father.
May God have mercy on Ukraine. Give them a good leader there.
For God and my beloved country, the Philippines, this has been Hannah Jane Sancho, SMNI News.
Drones have launched an assault on Pskov Airport situated near the NATO border, Sigrid Castañeda reports.
A swarm of drones targeted Pskov Airport, located near the NATO territories of Estonia and Latvia. The attack prompted air defenses to respond, causing an explosion that lit up the night sky, as captured in videos circulating on social media. Governor Mikhail Vedernikov confirmed that the Russian military was countering the drone assault. There are no reported casualties, but authorities are assessing property damage. As precaution, the region's airspace was temporarily closed, and flights from Pskov Airport for August 30 were cancelled to evaluate potential runway damage. While emergency services reported damage to 4 Il-76 transport planes on the ground, the Russian military has yet to confirm this. Multiple sources claimed that over a dozen drones targeted the airport, with air defenses engaging additional unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs. Reports suggest around 15 Ukrainian drones were responsible for the attack, intercepted and shut down by Russian forces. The incident caused a crash or explosion at the airport, but no casualties were recorded. The attack's geopolitical significance is underscored by Pskov's proximity to NATO members Estonia and Latvia. The city is 30 kilometers from Estonian border and 60 kilometers southwest of Latvia. The drones likely passed over eastern Belarus if launched from Ukraine. This event follows previous drone-related tensions, with Ukraine using drones against Russian assets. The Kremlin dismissed these attacks as desperate distractions from the situation in Kyiv and claimed that their counteroffensive was failing. Reporting this has been Sigrid Castañeda, SMNI News.